welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam and today we're gonna be doing some adulting. So on my Instagram stories I posted a picture up of the centerpiece that I'm going to be making for Thanksgiving dinner. So I am a huge fan of centerpieces. I love them in all their shapes and sizes. Since Thanksgiving is around the same time as my mom's birthday, I decided, you know what, my mom loves these things, I love these things, so why not have a really nice centerpiece and include something a little bit special for her. So I'm gonna give you guys a little quick haul so that way you guys can see where you can go and shop for these materials. So this decorative accent my mom got many years ago. I don't know where you can get the exact same thing. If you go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls, you'll go ahead and find something a little bit similar, if not something even better. Another item we've had for quite a bit. I almost burned myself with the freaking gun. Another item we've had for a while are these like stems. These, I'm pretty sure my mom got them at the Dollar Tree, if not the 99-cent store. So another item I've had for a long time is this pumpkin, but you can get these anywhere. You can get them at Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. So another item I got actually at the 99-cent store are these tea light candle holder thingy-mabobbers. So I mean, I ran in to get something and I ran out with those, so it happens. And these I think I actually got them at Dollar Tree. Yep. So something that I did buy recently, I know everything I bought like a year ago, are these little pumpkins. These you get them at the supermarket. Now from Amazon, I did splurge a bit. I got these. Everything here is fake flowers. I'm not using any real flowers. The reason for that is the Christmas centerpiece that I plan on making, I plan on still keeping these flowers and these because they're red, Christmas. So from Amazon, I actually went ahead and bought these. These actually come with a metal piece that you can stick in so you can make like a tall arrangement. And I got these, which are my mom's favorite flowers. So I thought, you know what, her birthday month, she loves these. And these are actually I don't know the exact material, but they're kind of called like silk flowers, and those are made to look super realistic, and these feel real. I'm not gonna lie, these feel real, they look real, and I mean they're my mom's favorite flowers, so win-win-win. So the item that might be a little bit pricey, but you can reuse it over and over again if you want to, are these styrofoam blocks. These come in different shapes, different sizes, different cuts. You can cut them. So other supplies you will be needing are a hot glue gun, which has already introduced itself by almost burning me. You're going to need a lot and a lot and a lot of these glue sticks, scissors, and you're also going to be needing toothpicks. It makes it easier to stick these together. All you do is you stick it onto the other side and they actually hold. If you plan to reuse this, then I suggest you actually make this more secure by adding string around, tying it, making it very, very sturdy. So because this is going to be staying on this exact table, I don't really need to secure it. So now that I've showed you guys some examples of what you can use for your centerpiece, let's go ahead and get started on making it. So my biggest piece of advice is buy something that I kind of call it like a filler. It's any piece that when you put it on, it's actually going to take up a lot of space. I actually like these a lot, and I use these to make the letter A for my daughter's first birthday. I'll go ahead and insert a picture somewhere around here. And I like these because you can stick them anywhere, and it makes it a lot easier for you not to go overboard with adding way too much. Because I feel like the issue people have when making anything like this is it's too much. There's too much stuff. It's too much of a different color, too much of a different flower, too many accessories. So my advice is stick with things that can fill up the space that you need. And then you would just use little dainty things like these flowers or the pumpkins or the candles for any empty spaces. First step is figure out your placement. How do you want this to flow? Now I'm making a straight centerpiece. If you guys want to make something that's more like a flowy-esque kind of centerpiece, I would actually suggest putting them like this, so that way a little bit more than halfway, so that way when you put your flowers actually end up flowing. but because my table is actually a pretty long table, it seats 8, I'm going to need something straight. So like I said, the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your pieces are secure. If they stick out a little, that's perfectly fine because your flowers are going to be covering it. Now let's move on to placement. If you are not crafty, like I was not until I barely started getting crafty, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's because I'm a mom now, so you kind of just have to figure it out. So I actually like to figure out how this is gonna go, where things are gonna be, what spaces need to be filled, and I'm actually going to start with these long pieces. I want these to actually stick out a little bit. That way it's not like, oh, it's a rectangular centerpiece. I'm going to stab this in a little. Place this right on top, kind of like nestle it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start stacking pieces just so that I can see if I like how it's looking. And once I know for sure, okay, this is the look I'm going for, then you go ahead and glue. That way, if you're not really sure about the style or the shape that you want, you can always change it. If you have never used a glue gun, do not be like me. Do not put your hand or arm anywhere near this part. This is the part that actually gets hot. This is perfectly fine. When you're putting something on top of the glue, make sure you do not touch it because it stays hot for a while. So I just use the flour to kind of like help push it down and it stays on. So now that that's on, I go ahead and place this. Now you might think that with the things that come with the long stems, you need to cut them. You actually really don't need to. And if you don't, when you take this apart, if you choose to, you can just reuse them and make something else. So something I do recommend is whenever you're gluing something, don't just glue it on the bottom. Go ahead and actually pour some glue on top. So that way it becomes like a shield and it actually stays on. A lot of these pieces, because they are thicker, they will tend to rise up, then they're just gonna come off. Place these all over, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the next flower. So since I'm going to be adding some tea lights, I like to sort of know the placement of where they're going to go before I stick on all of the flowers. That way I'm not putting them on an uneven surface and they're like wiggly and stuff. For these flowers, I am going to end up cutting them just because they're extremely long, and besides that, they come together in one piece. And I can't stick this piece, like it's not gonna look good. Now, don't expect to run your scissor like this and be like, oh, it's gonna cut. No, there's a piece of metal that goes through. All you have to do is bend back and forth, and it's gonna come off. So these, like I said, I like using them like this. I do suggest you don't cut them so short, that way you can get some sort of height. When using the hot glue gun, I suggest, well, first stab so you know exactly where it's going to land. Then apply the glue not just on the tip of it, all around. So that way when you stab it through, the glue spreads. The glue spreads and it'll actually stay on better. Are you gonna help me? Okay. Why don't you put these flowers? Put them everywhere. Oh, I fell. Good job. Say hello.
Hello.
Say hi guys.
Hi guys.
Say my name
Name
is Aiden.
Aiden.
I'm Aiden.
I'm Aiden.
Mm-hmm.
6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6.
So I'm still gonna go ahead and add this piece to the center of this, but for you guys to see it more clearly, I'm not going to actually add it till the end. Don't forget to place any accessories while you're arranging, because if you don't, you're going to either one, panic because you don't have enough supplies, and two, it's gonna get so crowded that by the time you want to add the accessories, it's gonna look a little bit too much. You find that when you're sticking the metal piece into the styrofoam or whatever you're using, and it seems to be drooping over, you could just go ahead and put hot glue right around it, hold it for a few seconds, and it'll stay in place. I can honestly say that I got this from my mom. My mom, every holiday, like, we had to decorate. Even Halloween. I've never been a Halloween fan. Now that has to change because my daughter is obsessed with Halloween. It's Halloween all year round in this house because she'll sing Halloween songs since the moment she wakes up till she goes to sleep. But for this type of crafting, I definitely got it from my mom. I mean, growing up, when you see these things, you're like, oh, they're nice, the house looks nice. But I think when you're a mom and you have a family, you want to pass those traditions and you want your child to see, oh, it's, you know, the holidays, and you want them to feel it. And that's why I had the idea of doing the centerpiece. And no lie, it kind of like feels good when your mom sees something you've done. I mean, no lie, everybody knows this. When you do something and your mom like congratulates you for it and she's so proud, like, it makes you feel good. And I know that she's gonna really like this. I'm gonna be honest, my childhood wasn't really the best, but the really great things that I can remember are my mom during the holidays, and my mom cooking, and my mom playing music. You know, she worked a lot, but when she had the chance, she really did make our house feel like a home, regardless of the things that were going on. So this one is for my mama. I highly recommend that you guys buy the color of flowers you want, especially if they're fresh. If they're seasonal, you'll have, you know, more opportunities to get more flowers. But if you're going to be using fake flowers or faux flowers like I am, I highly recommend, if you're doing seasonal, go as soon as like Dollar Tree has them, because stores like the 99-cent store, Dollar Tree, where you can find these, and Walmart, you can also find like these type of flowers at Walmart. They actually start selling like a month before the holiday even happens, and like 2 weeks before the holiday they don't have anything. So give yourself that, you know, time frame where you're able to go and get more if you run out. Otherwise you're going to be ordering from Amazon. Now, if tragedy has struck you and you ran out of supplies and it's last minute, you can't go anywhere at this point, what you can actually do is these type of flowers is with the hot glue. Grab your flower, add hot glue to your flower, and glue them onto the surface that you're using. That way it'll actually cover up those empty spaces. And flowers like these, instead of having them stand up a little, and have these pushed all the way down so that they cover up that empty spot. So there you go, you guys. See, it's not as tough as it looks. If you guys like this craft and would like to see more, go ahead and comment down below and let me see what you guys are interested in me trying. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more of me and my crafts and a lot more adulting type of situations, then go ahead and subscribe. If you guys want to see something specific, comment down below. If you guys decide to do a craft like this, or if this has inspired you to do your own, you guys can go ahead and tag me on Instagram. My Instagram is listed down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!